Welcome back to the Sports Rock Show.
Rock.
In this segment, this segment, we are going to discuss a little bit of NFL prospects. The scouting combine just finished up. Who are the winners and the losers in the combine there, Mr. Becknell?
Well, I'd say D. Milner definitely helped himself by running a great time. He'd be a riser. I think Kiki Mingo did himself well. I think Ziggy Ansah did himself well. I think Sharif Floyd did himself well. Manti Te'o did not do himself well.
Not really a surprise.
No.
Yeah,
4.82, 40.
Yeah, well, he told everybody he was going to run a 4.5 or 4.6, and he's not even close.
The broad jump was, 9'5", something like that?
Can't even dunk a basketball.
Yeah, not good.
He was a big loser. Tyrann Mathieu, I thought had a great combine.
I agree.
I think he helped himself. I don't know if he's pushed himself into the second round. I think to me that's still a little too high for him. But
he may have cracked the third.
He looked good in the drills. How he interviews, drug tests, that remains to be seen. But hey, if I'm the Browns and he's available in the fifth round, I'd take a look at him in the fifth round.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go higher.
I'd give him an eighth, and I'd bring him in and see how it works.
See, I've been telling these folks here at Sprock, I like Mathieu because if it wouldn't have been for the off-field issues, now I know
you find him attractive.
I'm not in the slightest, but I know that off-field issues,
that blonde hair.
Off-field issues are definitely a part of a player. But if it wouldn't have been for his off-field issues, he would have been a top 10 pick. No questions asked. He's got skills, son. I think that there's no. I think.
He's just not a gangster.
I think that the rewards far outweigh the risks at about the fifth round. Maybe even the fourth.
Fifth. You're talking fifth round, Jesus Christ! You could
fourth and below.
You can pick up Peyton Herman in the fifth round.
Oh, but what I'm saying is, though, I think that that could be a steal, a very big steal. And I think they should definitely take him if he's there.
Well, somebody's going to take a chance on him.
Yeah. Why not be Cleveland?
I mean, I don't know how high. I just can't see a second round grade on him. But
Peter Herman.
Tight
end.
But I would look more if he's there in the fourth round. I'd think about it depending on who else is available. Fifth round, yeah, I would take a real look at it.
Getting back to top picks, what are we thinking for the Browns? I know what you're thinking for the Browns. I'm going to let you tell the rest of the Sprock world.
I think the best player is Chance Warmack, the guard from Alabama.
There's a bromance between our Doug and Chance.
I just know.
He knows him. It's like he knows him.
I just know. We should be best friends.
He texted him inappropriate pictures.
Inappropriate times.
Yeah.
And he responded with inappropriate pictures. Doug was quite giddy. No?
At an appropriate time.
I love me some Chance Warmack.
He loves some Warmack.
That's a lot of boys.
But I don't think they're going to pick him because I don't think they're going to do that with an offensive guard at the sixth pick. If he was there at 12 or 14, then yeah, for sure I'd jump him.
There's some romance going on there, man.
I was going to let it go. I got it right away.
Yes,
so I'm going to let him have this one. And then I looked at Zach, and I thought, oh, hell with it.
Yeah, there's some romance going down there.
But nonetheless.
Or none the more.
He wants some more.
Yeah.
Sure.
Got some more.
Take a chance.
Yeah, take a chance on me.
Take a chance.
Oh, now you're bringing ABBA out? Jesus.
Yeah, that might have been the case. So
let me get the disco ball out.
No ABBA on this.
I'll do some dancing queen with you, no problem.
Wow, all right then.
I know some dancing queens going down, but that's not with me.
My guys are Chance Warmack,
Chance Warmack's dancing queen.
which would be the only offensive player that I would consider.
Okay.
Sharif Floyd, if he's
there.
If he's there.
Deion Jordan,
I like Deion Jordan a lot.
D. Milner,
Yep.
and Dayton Jones, a defensive end from UCLA. He can play inside, he can play outside. I love what I've seen of him.
You're not getting Barkevius at 6?
No, Kiki.
I like Kiki Mingo, but
Sounds like
I would take I don't have Ansall in my 5 either.
He's
But
not
I would have
Barkevius.
Ansall out there ahead of Mingo.
Well, I agree with you on
And I've got
Milner.
Deion Jordan higher than
I agree with you on Milner. I agree with you on Jordan. I agree with you on Floyd. And I do agree with you on Chance Warmack. I feel like this offensive line the Browns have built is very solid. And if you had somebody like Warmack, that could turn it from solid to great.
Especially Sean Lavau, isn't he? The best down.
But,
Well, I mean, both guards are shaky.
yeah.
Pinkston is we don't know what's going to happen to Pinkston.
Health issues,
Well, I would love...
John Greco, I thought filled in okay,
Right.
but he'd be a nice backup.
Would you play Warmack on the right or left side?
Probably the left side beside Joe.
So you put Trent Richardson between Joe and Warmack, you got something going there. Or if you slide him to the right and put him next to
Mitchell Schwartz.
Schwartz.
But I'm going to guess at this point, unless they draft another guard or sign a guard, Andy Levitra, please.
If you're listening, Dr. No.
Yeah, he would be one I would look at. But putting him on the left side with Joe Thomas, Trent running right behind him just like he did at Alabama.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I really like Milner. If Milner's there, I take him, period. Because I think that he could be a shutdown corner with Joe. This is becoming a passing league. Joe Hayden, that is. This is becoming a passing league, and Cleveland's defensive backfield is quite weak. Now, granted, they might do something in free agency that
Well,
would change that.
That's the key right there.
Right.
Yeah, well, I think that's where Doug's
But,
coming from,
right.
what he
But
picked
I,
was.
you
don't know
know,
what they're
if
gonna
you
do
take
free
Jordan,
agency-wise.
you're going to move him to the outside linebacker. I like that pick. I like Deion Jordan a lot. I really like Ziggy Ansah. But very limited experience with the game of football. Came over here, never played football until this year, I believe. Only
He
played
was on the track team and
9
basketball
games,
team.
something like that. Yeah,
he's only played 9
he's
games in
an
his collegiate
unbelievable athlete, and I think that he can be very good in this league. He needs to be coached right. And we got Ray Horton.
career.
So
Coach him up.
yeah, but you know, you can't go wrong. The Browns are going to get a very good player. Thing about this draft is there's no major like stud sexy picks, like a stud quarterback or receiver
weak
or anything
draft.
like that. I don't think
Oh,
it's a
I
weak
don't think
draft.
it's weak at all.
I think it's a strong
I think
draft.
it's a strong draft.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Zach is
doesn't-
right.
It's a solid draft. It doesn't have the star power.
Right. It
Well,
does, right.
like Chris had gone
So,
with sexy picks,
I think
but there is
Barkley
a
could
strong
have
draft.
been a sexy pick.
Could have, but
Right.
not the case.
But I think this is a perfect draft for the Browns to trade back, not outside of like the top 11 or 12. I wouldn't go back to 15th. I would go back to 10 or 11, maybe be able to pick up a second rounder, because I do believe that with Kansas City being rumored to trade for Alex Smith,
Yeah.
Geno Smith is going to be there. Somebody might fall in love with him, and Dr. No might put a spin and say, well, we need a quarterback, and he might be able to bring somebody into trading up. It's possible. I would do that
I'm
in
not
this
saying-
draft.
I'm not
Because
saying it's not
I think
possible,
even if you fall back to 10th, 11th, 12th, you're still going to get a high-quality player. Chance Warmack might fall back there. If you could pick up a second rounder, I'd definitely do it.
I think personally, though, being the fact that it's not what you call a sexy pick, because there is no really stud standout quarterback, which
Right.
usually dictates drafts.
Yeah.
I don't think Cleveland's, they could fall back some, but I don't think they're going to, only for the simple fact is there's nobody that's really, who's going to dance to get to the 6th round? Or the sixth pick. I mean,
Well, I mean,
somebody
What
has
if Matt Barkley
somebody has
wows
to
him
really.
Right.
at his pro day?
Okay, well then,
my question to you
then
is
there's
this.
a possibility.
Hold on. Well, my
but
question
it would
to
be
you is
incredible.
this. Before last year, Matt Barkley, you would say, especially in this draft, top 10 pick, without
Oh,
question.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you're gonna let one
Maybe
year.
number one overall.
Wait, so you're gonna let one season, in which case that whole team underperformed. You're gonna let one season ruin his draft stock?
Yep.
That's not up to me to decide. If I'm running
but
a
I'm
team,
saying,
if
though,
I'm looking
It
at
is, what
quarterback,
have you done for me lately?
It is.
And it has been that way.
But
It has been that way.
if I'm in need of a quarterback,
Okay,
I'm not going to just throw away everything that Matt Barkley has done previous to last year
okay.
and say
No.
he's not a top pick.
But you have to.
Yeah, but you have to take into
Take it.
consideration, that was his senior year, correct?
If he's going to be
Yeah,
the
yes,
leader.
yes, it was.
Okay,
The leader of that
and he
team.
come off of
He got
a,
hurt.
Yeah.
but even at that, okay, he got hurt. But even prior to that, was he having a stellar year?
No.
No. He hurt himself by his
Yes, he
performance
did.
before he got hurt.
And so did Geno
You're
Smith.
not-
Geno Smith had a great first part of the year.
Yeah, okay.
Stumbled and faltered towards the end.
You're looking at a draft that none of
But
these
he's probably
quarterbacks
still
are
on
what
first
you
round,
would
though.
call punch me in the face, I need to get you.
Yeah.
They're not there.
Well,
It wasn't
Geno
like
Smith
last
was
year.
able to play all year. If Matt Barkley had been able to play all year, did he have a great season in the beginning before he got hurt? No. That doesn't mean from game 5 on to game 10 or whatever. He's
He
like,
couldn't have.
Right.
But
No, you're
the
right.
thing is, he didn't have that. And that hurt
Well, he didn't
him.
have the opportunity. And
No,
Geno
he-
Smith played all season long.
Yes, he hurt his own draft
He,
stock.
he started off
On
hot-
fire.
hotter than hot.
Yeah.
Hotter than hell. Hotter than hell.
Because why aren't they in the Hall of Fame? And
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I had.
Yep.
That should be a number one pick right there. But
I'm picking Gene Simmons number 1.
yeah. But
They'll make
anyway,
money.
but
Oh, yeah.
anyway, to what you're saying is like
Gene Haskins.
There's
will,
no-
He won't sign.
this is why I feel that no one really wants to you know, Cleveland has a 6th pick. No, who wants to move up and take that pick? Because quite honestly, this is not a sexy
Well,
draft, but it's a
Not
solid
You've
draft.
got-
somebody
It's
falls
a
in
solid-
love. with
You've got
Geno
the
Smith.
Arizona
Correct.
Cardinals at 7.
Okay,
Need a quarterback bad.
sure.
Yeah, but they
But-
got him picking what, Fisher?
Buffalo Bills at 8. Need a quarterback bad. The Jets at 9. Need a quarterback bad. I would somewhat argue that both the Chargers and the Titans need a quarterback. Although the Titans have Locker, who's young, the Chargers are going to need to go a different direction because
Well,
Philly
they'll-
Rivers is
yeah, they'll probably-
not going to be there much.
They'll ride with him another year.
I think they're going to take him for at least one more year. Not that they won't want to draft a quarterback.
Overrated.
Rivers?
Overrated.
Yeah.
But they're not going to want another
he's-
quarterback.
After
Okay.
that,
Are you going to move up though?
After that, there's really not many teams that need a quarterback. So, yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna
it's
have to
not-
hope.
it's
You're
not-
gonna have to hope that somebody falls in love with Matt Barkley
Who's
or
at-
Geno
Who's at
Smith
12?
and Dr. No who
Miami.
wins.
12 is Miami Dolphins.
They don't
Okay,
need
they
a
need a
quarterback.
They're not looking
Neither
for
does
13.
well Tampa Bay may.
Tampa.
Well,
They may. Freeman, they're not sold on Freeman yet, but after that, Carolina, New Orleans,
Yeah, you
Um,
got
the Rams, the Steelers, the Cowboys, the
They're not
Giants.
looking for quarterbacks.
They're not looking for
Chicago,
quarterbacks.
no.
I don't know that.
and there's not a
No.
quarterback to take.
Not at that number 1 pick.
You
Not
look
to
at-
move up that far to get him.
Nobody else in the first round is needing a quarterback.
But here's the thing, though: if you are the Bills or the Jets, the Bills are at 8, the Jets are at 9, and you absolutely feel like you want Geno Smith or you want Matt Barkley.
You think they're going to dance with Cleveland? Cleveland's not going to fucking
Why not?
draft him. Well, Cleveland's not going to draft him.
You don't know that?
Yeah, I think they got a
my
very good
God, really?
idea. Cleveland's
Because
not
I'm
gonna
pretty
draft
sure
him.
that ever since this regime started on day 1, they've said they want another quarterback.
Yeah, but they
Mike
wanted a,
Lombardi has been very adamant
They
about the
want-
fact that he
they
does
wanted-
not like Brandon Whedon.
they wanted a quarterback selection like it was last year's crop, not this year's
I'm telling you
crop.
right now, do
Yeah.
not be surprised if they look into getting a quarterback in the draft. Do not be surprised if Geno Smith or Matt Barkley doesn't get it.
You want controversy? Here's controversy. I don't say that Cleveland won't be looking for a quarterback, but it sure as a fuck ain't
Who are you
first round.
going to get elsewhere? Who are you going to get?
Well-
Are you going to sign Matt Moore?
Right
Are you
now,
going to go after Matt Castle?
you may
What are you
have.
going to do? You're going to have to draft one.
Not necessarily.
You're not going to
No.
get EJ Manuel in the 3rd
No,
round.
you
You
don't
don't have
have
a
to
second
draft
round
one.
pick. Where are you going to get one from?
You can get one lower in the draft
Yeah, you can draft
and
somebody.
not give up your 6th
You're not
round
going to
pick.
get in this draft. We're talking about weak quarterbacks going in the 1st round. You imagine what you're going to get in the 3rd and 4th round?
Oh, so you're telling me take your 6th pick and draft a weak fucking quarterback?
I never said that. I'm saying that that's what they're going to look
I'm
into
not sure
doing.
how big a difference
Michael
there is
Lombardi
between a
did.
first round quarterback and a 3rd or 4th round
I
quarterback.
don't think there's going to be any difference because there's
You're
not
You're
much
not
more.
going to find another Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins in this draft.
Maybe that's why this year won't be their year to draft a quarterback that high. Maybe later.
They have been adamant about bringing in a quarterback to compete with Brandon.
Bringing in a quarterback, not
Right.
necessarily drafting a
That's
quarterback.
bringing one in. You're adding one to the team. It doesn't matter if you draft it, sign it, trade for it, or steal it.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. If with that number 6 pick,
Dr. No, take it.
Dr. No will have his way.
that number 6 pick, I'll be honest with you, I'm going right with Doug on that one too. Is I would rather take Womack because they could use this to solidify the line with the quarterback they have now.
But listen, if they would do what we want them to do, things would be drastically different. I'm getting into the minds of Joe Banner and Mike Lombardi, who have been adamant about wanting another quarterback.
Heaven help you for getting in there.
Jesus
Been adamant about
Christ.
it. There is nobody that's worth a shit that you can pick up unless you want to give away a franchise player for Kirk Cousins, which I don't think he's even available. But
Well, then you build
What are you
your
gonna do?
team around there is solid good players in this draft all throughout this draft, other than quarterbacks. Build your
agree.
team around that. You have a
But
quarterback.
what I'm
Work
telling,
with him
but what
till
I'm
you get
telling
another
you
one.
is this:
We have
it is
Clinton
not.
has 3 quarterbacks.
But it is not far-fetched to think that the Browns would take a quarterback at 6.
Was it
So
Jarius
they're-
Jackson? Is that his name? Our third stringer?
Thaddeus Lewis.
Oh,
No,
Thaddeus
but
Lewis.
Tavares Jackson
Thaddeus
is
Lewis.
available. I believe.
Thaddeus Lewis.
But anyways, my point is, it is not far-fetched to think that Cleveland would take Geno Smith or Matt Barkley at 6. So if they could get somebody,
I don't
if they
think so.
can get somebody to believe that they're going to do that, which they very well may, then they can find a dance partner.
Well, all I can tell you is this. First of all,
You're saying the Browns use it as a smokescreen.
Yes.
Not that they would take a quarterback.
Well, I think that they would try to use it as a smokescreen. If they don't, it's entirely possible that they could take a quarterback there.
they will not.
I don't
this
think,
is on record.
for the record, I don't think they should.
I'm
I think
telling
they should
you.
take Milner or Jordan or even Ansa or Warmack over a quarterback. But I think that it's possible that they will take a quarterback.
They will not. On the record, right now, I'm telling you right now, they will not take a quarterback with number 6 pick. There's no way. They're not doing it.
You wait until they bring
They are not
You
going.
wait until they go to Geno Smith's pro day,
They are not
Matt
going.
Barkley's pro day, and they start talking about how
They are
good
not
these guys
doing
are.
it. It's not going to happen.
All right.
I can see Warmack coming in because that would solidify the line that they have now with the quarterback they have now is only going into his second season. He passed for what, 4,000 yards last year? 3,000, a little over 3,000.
Nice.
Whedon?
Whedon, yes.
I think Whedon should be the guy, but they don't. I'm telling you right now.
They're
they
not
don't.
going to use that 6 pick
Okay.
on any one of these fucking bums out there
Alright.
right now as quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. They're not doing
I
it.
think they're inclined to go with Whedon as their starting quarterback, whether they believe in him or not.
They're not going to take
They
one of these
feel
guys.
That the offense is going to change, that's going to benefit him, and North Turner will coach him up in that offense. And they're going to give him a chance.
I think it's
if he's no
entirely
better,
possible.
if he's no better next year than he was this year,
can't-
They'll go for a quarterback.
Take 2 quarterbacks 2 years in a row in the first round.
See, but that
That's
logic doesn't apply.
I'm not
with
taking a
this front
quarterback just
office.
because you think
I don't
you
even
need
think
one.
Mike Lombardi would do that. I don't know.
I think that
If there was a
this,
stud quarterback,
Talent evaluator.
this front office considers everything that happened before they got there to have not even happened.
well,
They're starting fresh.
This
If
draft-
they want Geno Smith, you best believe they're getting Geno Smith.
this draft, as far as quarterbacks is concerned, isn't happening anyway because there's no stud quarterback out there. You have defensive backs and linemen and defensive players that are better than
I'm
ours.
not disagreeing
What you're
with that.
saying is-
What I'm saying is they're going to
They're
consider
going to
it.
take a quarterback just to take a quarterback.
I think they might.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I
Then,
would.
then they're pissing away a high draft pick if that's what they do.
Well,
That's
Mike
what Mike
Lombardi.
Lombardi does best. He pisses shit away.
Yeah, well, let's hope that this isn't
That's
the
pretty
case.
awesome to piss shit away.
Yeah, piss shit away.
When you get an infection in your Peter.
I would.
I hurt pretty bad because I've come out of living logs.
Q-tip up your,
Oh wow!
God,
I
you're
can't
tough.
believe
You're tough to
it
handle
would
out.
be very clean.
Once again, this is taking a shocking turn.
on that note.
On that note, exactly. That'll do it for this segment of the Sports Rock Show. Join us for the next segment. We will put the rock in Sports Rock and wrap things up for you.
Rock and roll.